Hello everyone, it's Farket here. Now in this video, I'm going to start showing you the cannibal patrol routes. I'm going to be going through the cannibal behavior, the things I see, and a lot of other things that I've discovered about these things. Here's what I've been working on with the patrol routes. You'll think it's the writings of a madman. It's pretty messy. As you can see, it's quite intense. I'll have it done properly. This is just more of my scratch pad in a sense. It's what I'm taking my notes on. I'm making sure everything is as accurate as possible. It will look better once it's done. I just thought I'd show you what I've been up to. Now, as you can see here, this is where the cannibals cross over in their patrol route. Areas like this are really dangerous to build, I believe. I've seen them do it quite a few times in the spots. Now in this bit here, there's actually two families of cannibals. A family generally will consist of 3 to 4 cannibals. Most of the time it's 4. Now here they were separated, but then they joined up, it seems. I haven't really seen this happen before. I've got about 8 hours worth of footage on this, and it's rare that they do this. Here's another common thing that does happen, is starving cannibals, or the skinny cannibals, will actually pick fights with the other family cannibals, the bigger ones. They'll provoke them and they'll sit around dancing and fighting for ages. Often nothing happens with it, but later on in another video I'll show you a little bit more about it. It's quite boring to watch because I'll sit there for about 5 minutes. Now how I'm doing this series is I've cleared all the trees in the forest. It's a long story. I decided to do that because it would make it much easier to see what was actually going on. Looking through the forest is too difficult. I'm using Mod API and the ultimate cheat menu. What I've done, I've actually covered myself completely in stealth armor, and I'm wearing the stealth boots, and I have my player character set as invisible, so the cannibals can't actually see me. I generally don't use the camera. I actually go around and follow them myself. I can't get too close because a lot of the time it does alert them, and I'm trying to see them in their natural habitat. Most of the time they are walking. It's actually quite rare that they run. When they do run, it's for a very short period of time. It's like they get puffed out or something. Now here I'm near the lake where the cannibal village is. They come here a lot. This is actually a prayer spot for them. They pray here all the time. Is it prayer or pray? I'm not sure. So this kind of spot where they pray would be a bad spot to go because there will be a much higher chance of cannibals actually being there at the time. This isn't always. They only pray for about 30 seconds most of the time, and then they move on. As you can see, this can get very boring watching them walk. It's kind of a good thing when they do run because I'm like, oh, better follow them, they're in a hurry. But the difference between running and walking in the cannibals doesn't seem to be affected by anything. When they're running or walking, they'll still be on the same patrol path. They often stop at certain points for little breaks. It's usually within or around cannibal villages that they'll do it. They'll only stop for about 10-15 seconds and they'll crouch down and look around. I'm unsure what they're actually looking for. Here's another point where the cannibals' patrol paths cross over. Now, often they won't complete a full patrol of an area. They'll just scout it out. Here, they're actually creating effigies. It's the long stick ones. I've got a lot of footage of them doing this. Now, I'm not too certain on how effigies work, how and why they're doing it. I'll probably cover it a bit more later on when I know. But at this stage, I've seen them do it about 10 times. It seems to be inconsistent why they're doing it. I don't have any structures built on the map, and they haven't seen me here, so it's odd. I've actually seen them build effigies in the main cannibal village quite a few times. Here is another prayer spot that they have. They sit here quite a few times, I've found. But they were there for about 30 seconds and then they moved on. 30 seconds to a minute maybe. That's another thing I've noticed is when they stop, the leader will scream and then they'll start running. So they'll walk, the leader will stop, scream, and then they'll start running. Not always, it seems for half the time it works. I don't know what that means. I guess it's left to our imaginations why they do that. They do scream a lot in the cannibal village, I've noticed. The main one. Often when they're just walking, if a cannibal patrol route is running by, I'll actually stop and follow them because it's too tedious following one. I have followed one cannibal family for about an hour before, and they tend to go on a big circuit almost. Though I can't confirm this yet. And the cannibals are often a little bit stupid as they'll run into a structure and sit there running for ages. And eventually they'll correct themselves and catch up with the tribe. I've noticed that they often patrol back and forward between the main cannibal village and the 2-hut cannibal village on top of the hill. It's around the center of the map. It's the one that's got 2 cans of fuel and 2 ropes in it. They'll often lose each other, as in they'll take off from each other and leave other members behind. It seems strange why they'll do that, but I guess it's just part of the game, like it's bugged. So if you see 1 or 2 cannibals walking around, it wouldn't surprise me if their friends or other members show up. I've removed most of the tree stumps in this game. It was mainly to improve the performance of the game. There's some more effigies getting created. I wasn't able to get a good shot of it. I'll have better shots of them later on. I've learned to pause and go into free cam mode and go down and have a look. I'm not sure how the plane works, whether it becomes part of their patrol route or if all the other planes are in their patrol route. I'll have to check and do a little bit more research on that. Here is another prayer spot for them. They stopped and prayed for about a minute here. Pretty sure they only do it to effigies that are already in the game, rather than ones that have been created. I'm about 90% certain of that at this stage. Some of the effigies they create actually disappear during the game. They came down to the beachfront here. This is where I actually lost some footage there. A lot of the alt tabbing I've been doing and going into Photoshop and writing down my notes and drawing the lines of where they're going on the map bugs it out and I lose the footage. It will go to a black screen. It's so frustrating. So I have to record for like an hour and a half and then go through all the footage. I can't stop and edit. It just doesn't work. Here is another really heavy spot where they come through. This would be a very difficult place to build. Good place if that's what you want though. There's about 3 or 4 patrol routes come through here, I believe. Here is another really bad one at the land bridge. I swear there would be about 5 or 6 cannibal patrol routes come through here. So yeah, at the land bridge, if you really want a hard game, build there. The patrol routes aren't exactly singular. They'll run backwards and forwards along them. So if you see them coming one way, they can come back along that same route. Though I will find out what happens if you block the patrol route. I've been doing a lot of research about blocking patrol routes and I think that's the key to a peaceful game. Don't quote me on this, but I've tried it before. If you build a wall along a patrol route and you don't go within about 20 to 30 meters from it, what happens is they just sit outside the walls and they don't attack you. They can't see you, so they don't come for you. So what I'm looking for is what you actually want to see from these videos. I don't think you really want to watch me watch cannibals for an entire video. Some of you might want to see that. This video is about 10 minutes long, but it's about an hour and a half's worth of footage compressed down. It's a little bit of work. It's better than following cannibals for 10 hours to produce one map. I've kind of got to back it up what I'm actually producing, I think. There is a lot more I've got to show you, but it is spread across a bit of the footage. I'll do a compilation of all the good stuff I see in the end. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers.